Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse for some more firehouse reasoning. Tonight in the fire I'm going to be, I'll try and explain some of the difficulties that faces the 9th grade general. Yeah, there's a lot of what I call tribulation to face if you are a 9th grade general like myself. It's a very, it's almost an impossible job, I say, to teach the teachings of Firehouse, which is quite simple, very, very simple. And it's very, very loving and truthful and honest. But believe me, it is the hardest thing to communicate to human beings. It is such a thing that not even members of your own family will ever appreciate you for living and speaking what is right. I have not found anyone who is willing to be loyal, whether it's a mother or a father or a brother or a sister, or your children, or your spouse, because I've had spouses. I've had spouse. But I've never found any human who is willing, to say, oh yeah, what you're doing is very good. And it's a good thing, like, especially those who are close to you. Oh, they will. So, as an example, then, say I'm from the black family. If the black family, my family, my own flesh and blood, and all the rest of blacks around me, if they are not willing to accept that what I'm telling them is truth, how is the rest of mankind who would actually deem themselves not related to a man like me then, how do you think they are going to accept what I say as the truth? And in my experience, like I say, I've been firing the truth, the real truth, from 27 years old. And I have never found any, one and two people, I say, can count them on one hand, who might show some interest in what is right and correct, and is willing to help or encourage one in this job. No, I never find that at all. From my own personal experience, I find out, like I say, that if you are willing to speak what you don't know, and speak half-truths, people are more interested in the truth. In the half-truths, not the truth. They are more interested in the half-truth. But if you was to tell them the real truth, you know what I mean, or how to get it, the way to live, to understand what is right, and you're not telling them anything bad. I have never tell anyone that they should hate any human beings, or that they should ever intend to do it, or that they should ever discriminate against them, even if they find themselves being discriminated against. You know what I mean? I've always been trying from 27 to teach human beings to get the soul as honest as or as innocent as a baby. And you know, when babies, nice babies are the most innocent. Their minds are pure and clean. They don't think of, well, they're not capable anyway until you, wicked human being, instill these ideas in the mind of hate and greed. But at the early stage of a baby, the mind is pure and clean. And because of their apparatus of memory, such a state was recorded on our memory. If we live as honest beings, when we're adults, we go back to that very innocent state that we was as a child and can, see and understand. But you try and teach that to human beings. They don't want to know. You see what I mean? So if I am not accepted by my own, I don't know how now I will be able to teach it to the rest of mankind. You see what I mean? Because the people around you, I say local people, they ain't going to take one notice. They love what I say, what is dishonest and what is not truthful. So if the blacks ain't going to accept it now, it's very hard to see the Japanese and the whites or whoever accepting this truth. You find that in this world, I say, people love everything apart from what is truthful. And if as an example, the beings on the planet should listen to what I tell them, they would create heaven and earth. We would live in heaven and earth when our mind is innocent and pure. But there is a greater desire amongst human beings to be impure than to be pure. You see what I mean? So they'd rather, when they see the 9th grade general, I said, they'd rather say, oh yes man, he's a madman, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and and well, personally I can take all criticism. I am used to that. I say I'm very hard. But what they don't notice about the 9th grade general now is the discipline of the 9th grade general. Because the 9th grade general don't owe anyone anything. When I say owe, I mean like money-wise, or does not borrow things of people and don't return it. Do not interfere with their wife or their girlfriend or their mother or their grandchildren, their daughters or their brother, their cousin or their friends. Don't owe them nothing, don't rob anything of them, don't interfere with them, don't try and chat them up, them kind of ways. No, that is not the movements of a 9th grade general. The 9th grade general always makes sure that he is living an honest life, irrespective of what he's got or does not, lives in honesty. I would rather live in poverty, die in poverty, you know what I mean, than live a life with things that I gain unscrupulously. You know what I mean? The 9th grade general would say, like I say, would rather die in a lot of poverty. And the general has never had anything on the planet anyway. I have never, like I said before, my most expensive thing on the planet is my i5. I don't own anything. Like I say, 9th grade general can't even fix his teeth. See what I mean? So this is not... but I'm not worried about teeth, Because like I tell you, 9th grade generals see things differently. Your lovely teeth, like I'm telling all of you with lovely teeth, will be... have you seen a skeleton lately? Well, a man used to have them teeth now, but it's left in the ground. You see it, skin your teeth in your coffin there. So don't worry about your lovely teeth. No, 9th grade general, like I say, don't bother about teeth. But it's very, like I say, distressing. Not for myself, because I'm not trying to win anything. But to see that we live a life where no one is interested in what is right and correct. Yeah, they go on harping about God. They pretend. That is the worst part of it. That those who are living, like I say, honestly, and following the ways of the one, are living like a ninth grade general, are completely shunned. You know what I mean? In fact, if it's a good thing they are shunned as well, because I reckon if anyone was taking too much notice of them, they would kill them. You know, because this is on this planet they despise the truth, and because everyone is so, I reckon they are afraid. I say people are afraid of the ninth grade general. Simply because they live the life doing so much wrong. And whenever the general opens his mouth to speak, it is always reflecting on the wrongs that they're doing. So they automatically think that the general is directing criticism at them. No, it's not that. It's who the cap fit, let them wear it. You see, that's why I tell you, the sword, the truth is a double-edged sword. It hurts some. Now, in my own mind, you know, due to my own experiences that I've had on planet Earth, I say, I have decided that coming into life, me being born into life, yeah, I am not here to please any tradition. The tradition that I was born into, or the tradition that has been, I am not here, right, to please any tradition. I don't care what your tradition is. Ninth grade general is only interested in what is right and correct. And what is right and correct is not what you human beings are deciding here on the planet Earth. No, no, no. You are not the lawmakers, you are the lawbreakers. Lawbreakers cannot be lawmakers. No, that might hurt all those idiots, like I can say, that are drawing up laws. No wonder people would like a person like me anyway. I've been being ninth grade general walk with fearless. So what is really happening then? Like I say, I'm not speaking for anyone to love me. I don't desire anyone love. I don't care. No one don't love me anyway. They've never shown me no love. Just disrespect. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we never mind that. We're not looking their respect. I am saying that these are not lawmakers. These are lawbreakers. These idiots that they send into brainwashing the factory and claim that the lawmakers. No, no, no. These are not. There's a law existing already, yes, for sure. But the law cannot be seen by those who insist on living negatively. You know what I mean? Instead of positively. I say they insist because it's a matter of choice. So they insist, which the majority of the planet is. You know, is living negatively. They insist on living negatively, and when they hear the truth, it pains them. Of course, it's going to pain you because you are living opposite to the truth. You understand? But what I'm saying, because the ninth grade general is like I say, my only intention is to speak the truth. So the truth is a thing, like I say, it's like a sword. And because the majority of beings are not living, like I say, honestly and truthfully, of course the word of the firehouse is going to burn your soul. You You understand what I mean? But like I was saying before, I am not a being who was born to please any tradition. I am a being that was born to break all traditions. You understand what I mean? So I am not I'm not here, or I wasn't born to follow no tradition, be it a religious tradition, whatever tradition you have here on the planet. You understand? I wasn't a being that was born, like I'm telling you, to follow no tradition. Look like I was born, I say, to smash all tradition. Whether the tradition was in the east, west, north, south. You know what I mean? My only reason for appearing on the planet was to know what is right and correct and to speak it, irrespective of what is going on and what is happening. You know what I mean? Doesn't come. The only thing that could stop me speaking is death. Understand? Because I say I and I. The ninth grade general, right, is the general who knows what is right and correct. To the fullest. I don't mean to some half measure. You know what I mean? Hence, I don't know why. So because you know this now, it hurt other people. You know what I mean? When you know these kind of things, this thing hurt you. These kind of things hurt the other human being. I don't know why the truth should be so much of an offense. I say to the souls of other human beings. You know what I mean? No man, the truth I say is the antidote of the soul. And yet no one wants this antidote. You know, to deliver this antidote, I said. I don't know how many beings they probably killed before. Simply because these beings was trying to explain to beings at the time that it would be a better option to live by the law instead of the laws that man has created. But obviously no one took notice in the past either. Because they still went on and carry on up to this present day, living against the law, breaking the law. You understand what I mean? And they have no awareness, like I'm saying, because when you are in ignorance, you are not going to have any awareness that there is a law. You probably believe in the law that you see that they have what they call international law or the law of your country. And these kind of laws. But what I'm saying is, those are not the law, are they? These are the laws that have been created by ignorant beings. You see what I mean? So they can't be right anyway. Plus, the laws of the universe are not indivisible, they are in the invisible. You can only know them if you live correctly. You can't know them when you're a businessman, you know, because your mind is preoccupied with making money. Or when you're some sexist being, I don't know whatever is that. Lots of things carry away the soul from understanding what is right and correct. Maybe you love what you see with your eyes so much, you know what I mean? The glitter of gold and diamond, who knows what divert the attention of the soul so much on this planet. Divert it so much that it's as if the humanity as a whole was going over a cliff. And even though they have eyes to see, they just walk right over there and kill themselves. Must be in a daze or a stupor. Maybe the mind is in a stupor, like I say, because you love alcohol and those things. Maybe you are drunk on idiocity. Yeah, that's the thing, that's what it is. The beings of the earth are drunk on ignorance. You love ignorance so much that you turn it into a party. And you're so busily partying in ignorance and in joy, because, like I say, ignorance is a mansion and it's got lots of fun in there. And ignorant people love enjoy, they love having fun. The more fun you have, the more ignorant you become. And the more ignorant you are, the harder it is for you to grasp the truth. And that's why when you meet anyone who is speaking the truth, you are either afraid of them or hate them or something, even though they're not doing you anything. They're not robbing you. Like I say, I haven't robbed a man. I haven't taken away any man's girlfriend. I don't hold a man. I haven't interfered with his mother, his grandfather, who else? His uncle, brother, sister, niece, or his extended friends, or no one. But they will take great offense when they hear you speak. Why? I wonder why. Whether they want to be black, white, green or blue, they will take great offense. And they will take great pleasure in putting you down as well and saying, oh, you don't know. Why though? Is it because of something they do in themselves? I say yes, it's only because of their own corruption. The soul is corrupted. They are devious themselves. So they will argue with you and say, oh yeah, you are a madman and whatever. But like I say, I am not here to please anyone. So the comments of people, that I'm not looking for your comment to please me, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with my own satisfaction of knowing in my own heart that what I'm saying is the truth to the fullest. Not just no half fucking truth. The real one. The one that I could tell to God and angels. You see what I mean? So I know that within myself. So the insult that beings are going to come up with, whatever they're going to say, I do not care. I was not born to please any human being. Could like I tell you, my mother, my father, my kids, anyone at all. I don't care. Well, I do care. I care about what is right and correct. Love that to the bones. That is my joy, my pleasure, my desire, my hope, my wish, my everything wrapped up in that. So of course I'm going to get passionate about that. You see, I have to take on the rascal world, I say, with that. Yeah? Die. If the whole 7 billion on earth never know this, I would just simply say, that's because the whole goddamn 7 billion you are ignorant. I never make you ignorant. No one force you to be a goddamn fool. You are the one who is choosing to behave like one. And whenever you meet a good man, you'll get together and laugh, and there's a lots of you in groups, and you can curse me down now, can't you? And say, oh yeah, listen to him, he talk bullshit. It's just words. Oh yes, it's just words, but it's truthful words. Yeah? And like I say, who cares what anyone wants to think? I know the law. You ain't going to die simply because you are an energy, and energy can never be destroyed. Go and ask your scientific masters, they will tell you this. And the energy that you are within yourself, like I keep repeating, you've got a black box in you. You know, when an aeroplane crash, these devils have a thing in there called black box, where they go and retrieve the information, find out what happened. See? You've got one in you. We call it the memory. Well, when they come for you, when you crash, retrieving your black box, see what you got contained in there. Maybe you will be just as happy to laugh at the truth, like you do now, and ridicule it. You know, in England I say, take the piss. Remember the piss that you take when you take it. Remember ignoring the words when you hear it. You know what I mean? Because I know, like I tell you, I'm always looking on the God channel there. And yes, lots of people will gather to hear ignorant people speak. But lots of people will never gather to hear the truth speak. Well, I've never seen it going on. I've seen lots of people gathering to listen to maybe something that sounds like the truth, but not the real truth. Everyone is afraid of that. Black man, white man, and the man. Terrified of that, I say. Your great philosophers or your great whoever you are is afraid of that, the living truth. And anyone who can spit it, and I can spit it, I tell you, I'm a night grade general, and destroy all your wise man. What you want to do, if you think I'm joking, go and get your highest imam and your highest rabbi. Your rabbi. I wouldn't even bother with the Pope. I say it's a weak opposition. Weak opposition. I destroy the whole of them in one reasoning, one session. And you can bring your books, bring all your Holy Quran and your Bible and everything. Bring that and help you as well. I won't bring nothing but the word that I know, and I'll destroy you all. If the word that I speak was a bomb, it would destroy all wicked instantly. Yeah. You know what I mean? As there's no way of defeating what is right and correct. I never invent what was right and correct, you know. I'm just observing it. What was right and correct was before I come out of my mother. You see what I mean? I only find out about it because I refuse to live deviously with other human beings since I was 27. And before I was 27, I wasn't that devious anyway. My fault was just gambling and drinking and womanizing. I wasn't robbing anyone or killing anyone. Know what I mean? I did those, but since I was 27 then, you understand? I have changed my ways, and when I change my ways as well, I can tell you. Because you don't want to know, because you think it's mad. Well, I can tell the world anyway, because I'm a madman, you know? After about 9 months after changing the way, I had a vision and see the one that is dwelling in me. Not only in me, but in you idiots as well. Yeah, so that's how I know what I know. I know everything. I'm the baddest general that ever come out of woman. I say, you will hear that now and say, oh, I am boasting. What is there to boast about? If I was a boaster, I would say to myself, it hasn't helped me. Boasting now hasn't helped me put any teeth in my mouth or give me a house to live in. So what would be the point of me every day getting up, boasting and saying things that are not even true? To me, that is madness, man. You know? So no, I don't boast about nothing. I just talk about what I honestly know. And if I says I see that cup, I must have seen the goddamn cup. Because I'm not mental yet, trust me. I don't know about later on, but right now I'm not mental. So if I say I seen a cup, you know, I would have to be dishonest before angel and God, claiming that I see a cup when I don't see a goddamn cup in it. So if I tell you that I have seen the terrible and dreadful God that dwell within, must be rascal true, isn't it? Well, it's true to me because I know it's true. You know what I mean? So yes, if you even imagine to yourself, because I know the stories are a lie anyway, I know lies when I see them. But if you are still imagining to yourself, right, that God sent Jesus, and what Jesus was saying is what God tell him. Well, I know the God who sent him. Teach him every blood clotting that he knows. Because it's the same one who's teaching me now. And if in case you don't know where this one is, I'm telling you, he's right in you. He's what you idiots call conscience. I like to illustrate it more directly, I say, by just saying what is out is in. So when you look out in the universe out there, in your way of living here, and the brightest thing that you see out there is the sun. Yeah? And then the next object closest to you is the moon. And that can reflect light. Well, when we come inside our being now, that moon turn into the mind. You see how the moon behave, positive or negative. Sometimes it shed light, sometimes it doesn't. But whenever it's showing full light, it's a reflection of sunlight, because the moon possesses no light. Likewise within, it's the same thing. That sun that you see out there is the one that is within. Giveth light to the whole psyche of the whole human race. Living now, those who live in the past and those who will live in the future. You can only get sunlight outside from one place, can't you? The goddamn sun, are you stupid? Doesn't come from anywhere else. So within thyself, this same sun is there, you can only get light from there. So any being who come out of woman, I say, and crawl it up on the earth, I call them crawling. Crawl up on the fucking earth, yeah? And knew anything that was truthful and right, had to learn it from that one. Because I know that fucking one. Like I tell you, I'm the general of that one. Yes, man. It's not an easy job being the general of that one, like I'm telling you. Because you get laughed at and ridiculed. But I'm not bad about being laughed at and ridiculed, like I said. I am not looking recruits. There is no one who can join me in anything, because I wasn't born to organize anything with anyone and join into anything with anyone. If anything, I say I was born to destroy the organization that when I born was running on the planet. I say it's a dirty place, it needs cleansing. So there's no way of me joining anyone at all ever. You see? No man, I would not join in. Not with family, anybody at all. That's why I say, better for me to walk on my own. And walk with my disciples. I have disciples. Disciples like fearless, seriousness, the love of what is right and correct. You know those kind of disciples? Yeah, I have them. You don't see them, but I have them in the invisible. And I have funny as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, because we like to have a laugh. You see what I mean? And we have determination as well, you know? Willpower. So those kind of disciples is what I work with. I don't need human disciples to work with. Like they might get tired. They might not be as determined as those, as determination itself. They might not be as fearlessness itself. You see what I mean? I need people who are fearless. So I find them in myself. You see what I mean? So I don't walk alone. I walk with all my disciples. But like I tell you, I don't walk with them like Jesus, even though he never exists. But if you notice, one of his disciples betrayed him. No one can betray me because I don't walk with anyone like I tell you. Not even my goddamn mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, cousin. You see what I mean? So how are they going to betray me? I walk alone. What I say alone. Not with the backing of a group of men, you know what I mean? I alone say it because I know it. They don't know, I don't know. I am not saying it. It is me alone who can know the truth, you know. Because the truth is in every man. Did I not tell you that God is in every man? Well, I can't stop anyone knowing God in it. Only you can stop yourself. So when you know God, then as an example, you just talk what you know in it. Am I the only person talking? I can't talk for everyone. I just talk about what I know. So the other people who are talking about God, maybe they are not saying that they see the terrible and dreadful one. Because maybe they never. Not maybe, they haven't. They just felt the one, and you know what I mean. Because you don't notice, you know. You can see things, right? You can hear things, smell things, you know what I mean. So people feel God, hear God. Doesn't necessarily mean that they see God, you know what I mean? But through hearing and feeling you can know as well. Because not many people are going to penetrate to the ninth level, are they? Firehouse. Like I tell you, unless you're single-minded and completely lunatic like a ninth grade general, you ain't going to take truth that serious to reach the ninth level. You know what I mean? Your devotion might be chiefly into the things of the earth and your life around you. But a ninth grade general can be looking at the life around him still, while at the same time have his mind still 3,000 billion% trained on what is right and correct. You see what I mean? And desiring nothing else like a burning fire. See what I mean? While you might be occupied with heaven and whatever you want to think. The general don't care about those things. Only care about the law. I don't care about my own opinion, you know. Oh, every time I say to Jah, praying to Jah, make sure my opinion is not in it. You know what I mean? Fuck my opinion. Fuck the ninth grade general opinion, I say. It is the opinion of the one. I cannot shine any sun. I am not the light. Ninth grade general is not the light. You see him, sir? We just point to where the light is. I just direct one to the light, but I am not the light. I am not the teacher of any human being. I never pretend to be any teacher. You see what I mean? I just know the teacher. You know what I mean? So no one would have to come and see me as an example. Oh, we'll go and see him. He's ninth grade general. Because he said he's ninth grade general. That's just me. You know? But you don't have to see me because the master is in you. I am nothing. You don't see me going to toilet like every man, feeling the pain and agony and sufferation of life. So I am not the teacher. You see what I mean? Ninth grade general is no teacher. Well, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't have any student anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't have any student because I don't see anyone flocking around here saying, oh yes, you seems to know what's right and correct. I've heard that you know it and we've decided to come. So I have never seen anyone interested in what is right and correct. Very few. You know what I mean? Maybe my friend Marius here, like I'm always repeating, if it wasn't for Marius coming from Poland, I don't think we'd be able to set up Firehouse on the net. You know what I mean? No one else ain't going to help you and think, oh yeah, what you're doing is right, man. That sounds very good. Like I say, if I was a millionaire now, and I was giving a few treats, oh yeah, you would have lots of people flocking around. Then they say, oh yeah, the general is very rich, you know, and he's a generous man. So yeah, you would have lots. But to give them what is greater than money now, I say. Because I swear before God and man, the angel, whoever is in the universe, that the truth of the ninth grade general, if anyone should ever take it up, practice it, it is the greatest thing that could ever happen in the soul of a being. Nothing else can be greater. And yet, everyone who hear it refuse it. Yes. It gives me, sometimes, trust me, it's great. These things are great. I find it very amusing that just to give somebody what is the greatest present that you ever could give them could turn out to be an argument, and that they would fight you so much and insist that they don't want it. You know what I mean? And insist that what you're trying to give to them is in fact no good. And that you yourself who is trying to give them the greatest thing is in fact a goddamn madman. Well, I never deny the fact that I was a madman though, when it comes to the labeling of people saying I'm mad. Because I am mad about God. The one thing with me, I'm absolutely crazy about what man would call God. Because when I say I'm crazy about what is right and truthful and honest. I don't think about anything. I'm sure when I'm sleeping, my mind can only think about that. And when I wake up, and when I'm breathing, moving, walking, doing everything, I am obsessed. So no wonder then people, I reckon, maybe that's why people abandon you then, because they think you are obsessed. You shouldn't talk about the truth all the time. You should maybe sometime do it, but you should have time to mess around. But I don't have time to mess around. You know what I mean? And just maybe talk the truth here and then tomorrow go and rob and hate. So I haven't got time for that. It have to be incorporated in the whole living life. You know what I mean? 24/7. So I could even understand when like I say, when people desert. Even my missus here, like split up and she's saying I'm not a man. Of course I'm not a man in the eyes of women who are thinking that men was born to look after them and provide for them, open doors for them. You know what I mean? I wasn't born for that. I was born to give love, to show love, to teach love. But people don't want love really. They'd rather settle for loss, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, every being to their choice, I say. I always say to myself that if in a situation that say I was with my missus and she decided, oh well, even if it's hurtful, it's still her choice and she's got a right to do that. You know what I mean? I haven't got no right to chain anybody up to suit my desires. You know what I mean? And my wishes. So whatever happened to me in life, I always try and look into it and accept it. You know what I mean? And even if it hurts, yeah, well, you accept the hurt in it. I am a man who is willing to accept anything, man. If I'm hurt, I just take the hurt and accept the hurt, man. And go through the hurt. You know what I mean? They say, no pain, no gain. Yes, so I think I am. I have suffered enough hurt, what they call hurt, to not be bothered about hurt. You know what I mean? People take your things and they don't return it and do all kind of things. But if you are going to know the truth, that's what I mean, no pain, no gain. You have to, these things have to more or less happen then for you to experience the depth of what is right and correct. You know what I mean? But like I say now, even after when you find the treasure, it's as if, I like to put it this way now, mankind is suffering from thirst. Eh? Or the family then, when I say man, let's say the family. Because we're family. I like to look at it as family. One family, you know what I mean? So here we are now as a family, we're suffering from thirst. Yeah? I realize that we're suffering from thirst and head off then, or a couple of us, it doesn't matter, but we head off on an expedition to find water. Having discovered the water now, yeah? We can't really take the water back, but we can lead the people to the water. But even though the people are dying of thirst, and some of them die of the thirst, and continue to suffer from the thirst, when you go back in the village and say, listen, we know where the water is, come on. Everyone is saying, the last person we know can know where any water is you. Definitely, you don't know where no water is. You know? So it doesn't matter what the man who find the water do now. It is one of the most frustrating things, I tell you, to live through. To know in your heart that you know where the water is. That will quench the thirst of your family. And yet your family refuse. Like I said, they'd rather kill you than drink the water. Yeah, they would rather than drink the water. I swear to God, these fools, lunatics, who have lost their souls due to their behavior. In their ignorance, of course, not in their sensible self. In their ignorant self, they will kill you. But no one they have saying like, forgive them because they know not what they do. Those are long time saying, not Jesus say those things, long time saying. And the reason why you can forgive, say like me now, 9th grade general. I take no offense of what human has done to me, and trust me, they've done me lots of things, man. I don't remember things, so I couldn't come up on any specific things. But whatever it is that any human being has done to me now, I do not take it and think, oh, I hate me, you know what I mean? Because I can see, ninth grade general can see that people live in darkness. And if these people are in the dark and they bump into you, it's not their fault really, because when you have no eyes to see where you're going, you will spend your time bumping into things. You know, it's a natural, logical thing. You see what I mean? So the hurt that people do to me is cushioned by the fact that I know in my heart that their actions towards me at any given time is due to the fact that they are living in darkness. Because when you're living in darkness, you perform a certain action anywhere on the planet. So you cannot help it. You see what I mean? And don't forget, like I tell you now, I have seen the one. You might think that's madness, but you think I'm mad anyway, so what difference does it make? I have seen the one. And the one is such a power that it sees everyone. That is why they always say you cannot hide from yourself. The self is the one, you know, the sun that is within. But you can't talk to that sun outside. Well, I don't know if you can. But you could with this one inside. You can communicate with it, you know. Yeah, he's the master. Watch it all from within. He's the one that you cannot hide from. He's the one that's watching all your deeds. It's only because this is happening in the invisible that you are not aware of this. You know what I mean? Because you are in the dark, you are only aware of physical things. Hence the fact, like the ninth grade general tell you, which you can understand, you cannot die. That's not something that I believe in. I know this. Well, I know things because I'm a general. That's what I say, you know. And why am I a general? Because I was taught by this one how to be a general. You see what I mean? So just like how this one can see you, I can see beings as well, you know. Meaning the mind, like, you know. Yeah. And when you speak through your mouth, I can tell when you're speaking bullshit. Because I'm awake, I'm not asleep. Ninth grade generals are awake. That's why I know that religious men are talking bullshit. Is it? And because I know the one, I know that they're not speaking from the one. If you know what I mean. So your secret is out when you meet a ninth grade general. I kill you with what is right and correct. Because I know the living God. Not the one that you are. There's no one. Those the false God anyway. That you claim send prophets and saints and Jesus and the whole idea of a saint anyway must be the ideas of some beings that I say that must be some fucking lunatics. If anyone is a saint, if there's such things as saint, well, your own behavior will make you a goddamn saint, wouldn't it? After when you die. How can it be a group of men like I see those idiotic Roman Catholics digging up the last pope and performing some silly ritual, claiming that they are making him into a saint? How can men make men into say a goddamn fool? Well, anyway, when you're in the dark, that's what I say. When people are in darkness, they behave in all kind of idiotic manner. And trust me, the majority of you on the planet are in darkness. You know what I mean? And it's not a good thing to be in darkness. Who want to die in darkness? Like I'm telling you, you cannot die. Energy, never die. You have a memory in you to record your deeds. You're going to pay for everything that you do here against the law. I am a lawman. Sheriff. Not just an ordinary sheriff, of the frontline one. I say, General of God Army, bad blood clot boy soldier. You never seen or hear the likes of I and I before, I say. Oh yeah. No wonder he said, like I tell you, I am more fiercer. You know all the prophets that you claim that God sent before. I am more fiercer than all of them wrapped up into one package. And when I say fierce, you don't see me with any gun there. I'm not hurting any human being, firing anything. You know what I mean? But I am still fiercer than all those prophets. And Jesus included as well, you know, all them. All of those greats that you are on about, I am greater than them. If you want to call thing great. You know, I don't know what this great is. You know what I mean? But I, the spokesman for Jah, is greater than them. You know what I mean? And I am greater than them because Jah is greater than them. You know, because he's the great, but he's the one shining the sun, innit? I am only reflecting it. You don't understand, like how you know when the moon is full, right? It reflects the light of the sun. Well, inside, when the mind is full, it reflects the light of the one. I am not the one, am I? It ain't my light. It just comes through my mind. Because I've readied the mind. Prepare it. Through honesty and, you know what I mean, striving my best. You know? To polishing the self like how you polish a rough diamond till it, you know what I mean, you know? Striving to do one's best then. Let's put it that way. Well, when one is striving to do one's best, in one desires, because don't forget the one is watching your desire, you know. You can't hide. The one is not like how you can hide your deception from men or women. No, you can't hide from the one. And if you are not honestly doing these things, then you can't know, can you? Because you cannot trick the one. You know? You cannot trick your way to what is right and correct. You just have to honestly do it. You see what I mean? So when you're honestly doing it like a fire general, that's when you can reflect the light of the one. So when I'm speaking as a fire general, as an example, all that is happening is that your true self is speaking. I am the one, terrible and dreadful overlord, that dwell within all human beings, male or female, living or blood clot, did I say, present, future, are those who live in the past. I am the one that dwell within all. That's it. There is no wiser one than I. How could there be? Because if anyone was wise, including the fire lion, or the general like he likes to call himself, whatever he knows, I teach it to him. Innit? You see what I mean? But it's very hard now for you to grasp who I is when you refuse to strive to live honestly. Because it is your action of living honestly that is going to teach you who God is and who the one is. You see what I mean? But if you don't do that, how do you expect to know the one? Like I say, if you want to put it simpler, if you have a mirror and it was dusty, and you try to reflect the sunlight, you wouldn't do it proper. But if you clean the mirror, you will be able to reflect the sunlight perfectly. Even use it to blind someone. So yeah, you go and clean your dirty mind. Then it might be able to reflect the light. Not might be able, it will. Because the light is in all. The light is not something personal to like it's mine, you know what I mean? No man, the light, like I tell you, is like the sun. Everyone can tune in, but no one wants to do it. And if anyone tune in, you hate those who tune in. And you hate the words. You fight against it. You try and find all kind of faults in it. You try to find faults where there is no faults. There can be no faults in the word of the 9th grade general, I say. Everything the 9th grade general speak is true. For all. So how can there be any fault in it? But yeah, people will find fault in it and say, oh yeah, we don't like, don't be this, that. You know what I mean? But Like I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet my soul against it. I say against all who is on the planet. Say what and those who know what is right ain't saying anything different from what I'm saying. They can't. Otherwise they're not right either. All the other beings on the planet, all who lived before, had to be saying what I'm saying to be right. If they was not saying that, they never knew what was right and correct. They never knew. You know that there's a lot of those who don't know, they believe. So here you are, you have the sun. You can know the sun. But you have a great majority of human beings who decided not to know the sun, but to believe. So they have no idea what the sun feels like and look like and what you can get from it. Nothing. They just believe, and what they are believing is completely different from what the reality is. You know, the reality, the God that you are, the God that can be known, and the God of the believer is two different. You know, believing is a mad. Well, it's not crazy. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that there is no usefulness in believing. But one should have evidence. Like I tell you before, most of the cases that the police solve, they start off with a belief. But they could never enter the courthouse and say to the judge, oh, I believe that Fabio here now has murdered Marius. Because they would ask them for the evidence for holding such belief. And they would have to come now and say, oh yes, we find his hat or his hair or his strain asthma. Something to back that belief up. But the belief alone cannot stand on its own. The police couldn't say to the judge, oh well, you have to have faith, Your Honor. No, faith won't work in there. Evidence. But yet these religious people are telling people to have faith without any evidence. You know, so that's crazy. So you have people who have faith, like they have faith that Jesus was born of a virgin birth. When you ask them for the evidence of this, obviously you can't get any. This is when they bring this ridiculous thing in that you must have faith, without explaining to the people that that kind of faith is blind. So yeah, there's a lot of people with blind faith. Goddamn ignorance, I say. And like I say, if you are not sincere in your heart then, for what is right and correct, of course you're going to get caught by one of these religious organizations. I should call them criminal organizations, who are organized to make money out of the mind of those who are selfish themselves. Because if they was a selfish themselves and living in a selfish way, these are the selfish religious people wouldn't be able to capture the mind. So they get captured due to their own weakness as well, deviousness that they are performing. And they know this as well, because they are hoping that if they join these religious then, that the imam or the priest will pray for them for the sins that they are doing, and that this, you know, is a back door to heaven then. You look in a back door, right? There is no back door. You have to come through the front door. They say, no pain, no gain. No back door, you know what I mean? No mercy, like they say. You know they say God is merciful. Well, God might be merciful, but the law isn't. And it is the law that is running here. You know what I mean? Ain't God running here, you know. It is the law. A law has been set. You follow the law, you're either with the law or you're against the law. That's how the universe works. God don't have to interfere. I just know the general on a different level, so we converse. You know what I mean? And he's explaining the law. But you don't really have to converse with God. No one don't have to. In fact, you know what I mean? You don't have to converse with God. All you have to do is live honestly, and when you're doing that, you'll be following the law. And that levity will open your eyes and teach you. You don't need to know anything of what I'm telling you about the one. You know what I mean? It's beings don't see the one, really. Alright, go and study out your history and find out when was the last general was around who explained to you that he's seen the one and where the one is, and produce his teaching from it. Go and find him. You got a big archive on the planet. Yeah, but go and study in Africa and study the whole of Europe, Middle East, China. You got to about. Go and study. Find out when the last general was on the earth spitting and telling people directly where the one is. Supremely confident. Yeah? Like that. Then you will know, then you will find out when was the last high general. But I've skimmed across a lot of things and I haven't encountered that general myself. You know what I mean? Here general like Muhammad and Jesus and the Buddha and those men. Yeah, but they never exactly teach that, yes, they know this one, see this one, and the one is directly in you. They look like they had followers to me. They have disciples. You see what I mean? So obviously, I reckon those men never reached the 9th level. You know what I mean? Might reach up the 7th level. But maybe those beings, like I say, like the Buddha and Jesus, and they are 7th level beings. But you know, there's dimension within dimension. I'm telling you about the dreadest dimension for a soul to reach while it's on this planet is the 9th one. Have you ever studied the movements of the 9? I say, check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, do you notice what happens when you reach 9? You can't go any further. Return of the one. Terrible and dreadful one. That was in the beginning, you see? 1, 2. I'll give it to you another way. I like it this way, I say. The 1 is the first. Before the 1 there was 0. But we're not dealing with the unmanifested. I'm going to deal with the manifested. So the manifested is the first. The 1. How would you like to say the 1 come out of the 0? Anyway you have it, but the 1 is here. The 1 is the first. Before the 1 there was 0, like we say. Now this one cannot be separated and divided. So we use this one as a positive number. Because in the universe, you hear what I'm saying, everything is positive, negative, in, out. So we have that in the numbers as well. So the first one is the positive one, number 1. Then comes the number 2. Right, we'll stop at those 2 for a while. Those are the 2 that are forces that are in the universe. First was the 1, and then it separated into the 2. You see? Represented by the sun and the moon. You see what I mean? 1 and 2. Now, obviously they are performing 2 different kind of duties. You know what I mean? We have the moon is like I say the mother. Yeah, I like to say the moon is the mother. And the sun is the father. That's why I say men have to emerge from the mind. Or women from that matter. You know what I mean? From the darkness of your mind. That's because it's the mind that is the mommy of the universe. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, now. Then comes the number. But the number 2, like I say, is a negative. Just like how you see the moon behaving in a negative, you know. Can either be positive or negative. Then comes the number 3, which is behaving like I tell you, like the 1. So that's a positive number. 4 is behaving like 2, so that's a negative number. 5 is behaving like 3, 2, and 1, so that's a positive number. 6, another negative number. 7, another positive number. That's why I say some of the brothers must have reached the 7th level. But it will still take great determination to reach such a level. Then, after that, you have 8, which is another negative number. And then you come right now, the number 9, which is the last and the highest of the positive number outside of the 1. You see, which is Firehouse. This is where the real, like I said, the real bad dog soldiers of God reach. Those who are crazy in the mind for what is right, a lunatic, you know what I mean? You reach this house up here, which is the 9th house. When you reach this level, there's nowhere else to go, of course. Because when you reach this is where you're going to encounter the 1. See what I mean? For us to go any further now on the planet, the 1 must return. Return of the king. So yeah, the 9th grade general now, which is the spokesman, like I say, for God. When you see me around, I say, that means the 1 is not far behind. You see what I mean? Because the 9th grade general represents the highest understanding that a soul can reach on this level. You know what I mean? So, I know they use numbers, so you can go and study how the negative use the number 9 and what it represents to them. Or if not, find out from, because I am not a number expert. Go and find out from some beings who are number expert what the number 9 signify. I tell you what it signifies to me as a fire general. Now you, and I know that it has very significant and powerful meaning, but I don't know all the meanings though. I said I am not an expert in numbers. Fire general is never an expert in anything. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing. You know, like some God people are healers, visionary, seers, all kind of thing. I don't have no ability. You know? I don't have, so I don't know about no numbers and what nothing mean. I just know some simple things. The fire general is always simple. We are only interested in what is right and correct. Not about the magic of God, although there is magic in God and all kind of other things. Don't know nothing about those things. Just what is truthful and honest and correct. You see what I mean? So our desire, like I'm saying, is to live truthfully, honestly, and to guide others to live that way. And through living that way now, that will open up your soul and show you things that you are not seeing now, things that are in the invisible, so that you can grasp and get an understanding of what life is about. It's an endless process, can't die, you know what I mean? So if you knew this, then a lot of the things that you are doing, you wouldn't do them, because you will realize that there's consequences to action. You know what I mean? So why live a life here, like I'm saying, of pleasure and blah, 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 and ignoring what is right and correct, when later on you'll have to pay for such ignorance? But most people, like I said, they seem so much in love with ignorance that they would rather do this. You know what I mean? And would rather slander the man who come to guide them into a better way of life. I show them. And like I said, no one will help you know. Oh yes, if he was, maybe if I was organizing to kill some people like a terrorist, I would get donation from here and there to help with the cause of doing such thing. Or trying to contribute something that I say is not worthy. Yeah? Maybe you would have millionaires donating and saying, oh yes man, do this. It is so good when we hear it. It moves our hearts so much that we have to we had to join in because we realized that this was for the soul of human. No, you will never find anyone enthusiastically backing the truth like that. Well, maybe there is, but I've never met them. And the power of God has never drawn them near me. You know what I mean? And if they did hear me, and I've talked to loads of people, like I say, you know what I mean? I've never met them who is in love with what is right and correct and would devote themselves to helping to spread such message. You know what I mean? That's why when I make, like if you watch this video here, man, any video you watch of the fire and YouTube already reach you, or if you go to the website, if you sit for an hour and watch one of these videos and it moves you in any way, it is your job to help spread this all around the internet. Do everything you can to alert other human beings to say, listen, I have heard something that I think could make a difference to the world or to the life of other human beings. If they would just listen and put such things into practice. You know what I mean? Go and listen to the brethren spit the fire. You know? Don't forget I'm not selling anything, you know. So, if anyone watch I don't, it won't make no difference to my life, is it? I'm just kind of, I am just spitting the truth to make people aware. If they want to continue to live in darkness, while somebody is telling them that there's a train coming, you know, if they want to stay on the line and get run over, well, because it's your own choice, you know. That's why I don't try and persuade anybody about the truth. To ignore the truth is their own choice. If I tell you about God and you say, oh, fuck God, to me that is not a problem. You're perfectly entitled to tell God to fuck off. No problem, you know, it's not a big deal. Not as if God is interested anyway. God is not, it's not like God is some emotion going to weep if anything happened to you. You know what I mean? What happened to you is what you decide yourself, what you choose, you know what I mean? To how you choose to function. So if you desire to say live wickedly, God is not going to cry. You know, I don't care. He could do that until eternity. If you want to live in ignorance till eternity, it's your problem. Life is about making choice. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to grow and develop, no problem. And as a fire general, I say, most human beings don't want to grow and develop. You're afraid of the truth. You don't want to know it. You'd rather listen to hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Worse still, I say, if it was coming out of the, well, like I tell you, the black man, they ain't listening. For precisely the same reason, because a black man is talking it. You know, and the white man definitely ain't going to listen. You know what I mean? When I say the white man ain't going to listen, you know, I mean the big one who consider himself big are rulers. You know what I mean? He ain't going to listen. Because he know that he more or less thinking, well, I am not intelligent enough to know what is right and correct, and to be a general from Firehouse. Because that would simply be more or less admitting that, yes, this man is driving the fire beyond anyone that we are, our great beings that we set up. You know what I mean? So you won't be able to take that fire, but I am. No matter how great your holy books, no matter how great your saint or whoever, the fire lion is firing from a range that is beyond their regions. I don't know what level they reach up to, maybe third level. But they definitely weren't in the ninth house, these beings that you are on about. You know what I mean? The ninth level is a different level. Any general who is firing from there is firing the will of the one and knows the one. Ain't no doubt up in Firehouse, if you know what I mean. So my words are not, there's no doubt in them, or maybe if or but or what or whatever. They are precision, cutter. I say, I am the killer of the universe. You see me? Kill, boy. I kill people and they don't know that they're dead. You know what I mean? But there is none that can stand against I. No being at all. Ain't no being who has ever lived who could out reason me. No, you can't do it, not when I'm in firehouse. Maybe before I reach firehouse, then you could out reason it. But once I'm in firehouse, it's like I say, you'd have to be able to out reason yourself. Because when you are reasoning with a general like me, you're not reasoning with me, are you? You are going to reason with conscience, your own self. You don't understand? I am logged on to that. So when, like I say, when you're reasoning with me. You are just imagining that you're going to reason with me. But you ain't going to reason with me, you're going to reason with conscience. And there ain't no way you can out reason conscience. I am the master of all masters. You see, I am the Dan Dada. Now, because I'm going on like that, like I say, well, only ignorant people think there's any boasting going on. Nothing to boast about. Truth is truth. Can't win any plaudits by boasting. Ain't getting any payment by boasting and bragging. You know what I mean? So I don't boast or brag, I just tell the truth. And both, like I say, most of my life is being ridiculed anyway. End up in arguments. You know what I mean? Long arguments just to explain what is right, you know. People are always arguing with me. I turn a reasoning into arguing when all I'm doing is all I'm truthfully doing is showing them what is right and correct. But to do such a simple procedure, like I say, it's a great amount of argument to show people what love is. You think they want to be loving, but they don't. They'd rather pretend at being loving than loving. You know what I mean? Everything is like I'm saying, just more or less like acting. But no one here on earth is willing to be genuine, or to be willing, like I say, to be truthful, 100%. Whatever it is that is diverting them, I don't know. But I don't know. I know a lot of you, and they're not willing to live honestly. You know, something else is always in the mind. I don't know. Could be the rent. I don't know. Food, feed, whatever. But something else always distract them, so that what is right and correct is never their main driving life. You know what I mean? It's always something else. And if that is not your main driving life, how the fuck is your eyes going to open? I say, you're bound to end up in ignorance, or not too sure. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I don't deal with maybe yes or maybe no, not too sure. I know what I speak about, what I know, and I know it because I live the life. You see what I mean? So when I say that I know the one, it's not anything that I believe. I know it. But because you can't see these things, because the one is not indivisible, and your mind is only set, indivisible, then of course you're not going to grasp these things, are you? You grasp them when your blood clot dead, I say, man. You must grasp them then. What you're not grasping now, yeah? Because like I said before, all you wicked, you're going to wish you could dead. But you can't blood clot grasp now. When death comes for you, you will grasp. So you spend your time, like I said, store up your riches here and your ambition and all these things. Because you must think you're going to carry it with you. And when death comes for you now, what I'm trying to explain to you now are all those people, like I said previously, who I try to explain to, and they take it like some fucking joke. Because I don't joke, man. I would rather waste my breath talking about something that I don't know is about 500,000 trillion% certain. I only deal with certainty. So imagine I spend my life on the fucking soul talking to people like that, trying to convince them But like I say, you're not convincing no one, because no one in your family ain't supporting you. No one close around, no one. So, but they would rather, like I say, have something else. Whatever else it is, more than the truth. You know what I mean? Like I say to myself, I hope they remember that. Yeah, all you who's turning your back on what is right and correct, make sure you fucking remember that. And make sure you're as happy, like I tell you, when they come for you and bring you to the next side. Make sure you are as proud. Because any man who, all these men I say on earth who, hey, then when I meet them, they have you are, you know. Woman who say this and that. Make sure you remember that. Well, you have to remember, it's on your memory anyway. Make sure you remember the pride that you take in ignoring what is right. Or the joy that you take in mouthing of one behind the back when they speak about what is right and correct and truthful. You know? And remember the rejection that you give to that one when you hear his words as well, speaking. You never run come rally. That's what I say. You never, but like I say, if these men who speaking the bullshit now, like in churches and things, you run to them. But like I say, I know the reason why you run to those men, because you are just as twisted as them. You are doing your vileness and you hoping that their idiocy, they will pray for you and this and that, and that is going to save you or give you some grace. That can't save you or save anyone. You know what I mean? Will never help you. The only thing that can help a man is when a man honestly live honestly. If you don't want to do that, and you don't have to, like I say, because every man have a choice, isn't it? It's your choice. You must think, like I say, God is bad at what you want to do. You reap what you sow in this universe, innit? I can live poor on earth. I was born at them. I can live poor on earth. I've always been poor. Poorness is one of the reasons now I say I don't go and fix my mouth. Because of the poverty, you know. Right now, but I'm used to suffering and poorness, man. And in my poverty and poorness, I'm never down and depressed. You know, man, I find ways of me playing the music, laughing and enduring as bad. And I know that even my poorness is not as bad as some others that I've seen on the television, and they endure those things. Here, the lack of things. While there is others who are enjoying a great amount of and they enjoy themselves very much. But you remember that also, you know, because when it's time now for others to have a relaxation and enjoy, remember that when you was enjoying yourself, I never disturb you. I just have to look and watching it. Fly past in your nice car, or you fly over in your nice jet, or you see what I mean? Just have to watch those things because you cannot afford, you know what I mean? Those things. So, be careful that when life flip, you know, that there will be people who could afford them. Because me, I can't afford to live here. Don't have the money. But I imagine that you flip and it was the money, it was goodness that make you live the life that you want to live. You know? Like money. Have you got a lot of goodness stored in your memory? That's what I'm saying. Memory is a bank. Be careful you don't have wickedness stored up there. You know? That can't buy you anything on the next side. You know? But goodness, oh yeah, man. Goodness is like money, man. You see a spaceship, you have goodness, you just go buy that, man. You won't even have to train to fly it, you just fly it with the goodness that you have in your flight. You don't have to pass your test. You see what I mean? So, while you are busily enjoying life now, or while you don't even care, which most beings don't, and while you laugh at the truth, are those who are around you who are trying to guide you towards the truth, I say, you would rather ignore all that and live the life of pleasure But like I've just said you before, make sure that when you are receiving your share on the next side for what has gone on here, yeah, that you enjoy it as much as you enjoy doing the violence that you perpetrate up here on the earth. Well, anyway, I and I have been running in the fire for a long time, trying to explain the way of the fire lion, or the general, or the ways of the one that dwell within. And I know from experience, like I say, that very few want to know. It's like telling the people that there's a train there on the line. I'm telling them there's a train coming, they don't want to move out the way. Well, if you want to stay on the line in this fire, you stay there. Because I know that soon the train is coming. Anyway, here what I and I is going to do, I feel a bit hungry now. I and I going to wheel out and fire out from the firehouse, see? Rastafari, leave it and wheel it in the heart of all human beings. Fire!